education. So why don't somebody tell me, please? Why am I hungry? Why am I hungry? Why?
Beautiful early birds here to get the worm. I just arrived from a journey through the pass. I drove through the fog all night long from Gonzaga University. I drove to Spokane yesterday around 4, and I arrived at Gonzaga to do poetry, and I told them, I'm a little speechless right now. I really don't know what to say. And as a poet, that makes my job difficult. Because it doesn't happen often. And today I am speechless because of a situation that is happening in Seattle right now. I went to T.T. Minor Elementary School. And there was a mural on the side of my school which held pictures of Louis Armstrong and Jimi Hendrix, of Langston Hughes and Bruce Lee, with a collage of psychedelic colors and images and shapes, a kaleidoscopic image of truth that I drove past every day on the number 2 bus. I went there for kindergarten, and I went there for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. But for the 1st and 2nd grade, I used to stand outside of T.T. Minor, and I would wait for the bus to pick me up. And the bus drove me out to Bryant Elementary School. Even though I only lived 2 blocks from Leshai, which housed the 1st and 2nd grade, I wasn't eligible for that location because of mandated integration. So I would catch the bus for 45 minutes every morning. My grandfather would wake up and he would drive me to the bus stop. There I would wait and take a long ride all the way out to Bryant Elementary. And I would catch the bus home for another 45 minutes for 1st and 2nd grade. And I would get dropped off right in front of the school that I went to for kindergarten. And I always wondered, why can't I be a T.T. Minor for 1st and 2nd grade? I have so many friends that went here. Fortunately, I got back there for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade, and I kid you not, like I don't think I've learned much since then. I went to 5 different middle schools. I went to Washington, Eckstein, Villa Academy, St. Therese, and McClure. I say this right now because as an artist and as a cultural specialist, someone who is from the inner city, someone who grew up on the block, on the grid of Seattle, this metropolis that we live in, this is a threat to arts and culture. This is a threat to the culture of our diverse city. I told the students at Gonzaga yesterday, if we allow the same systemic oppression to occur for the next 12 to 20 years on the streets of our city, we will be perpetuating a social illness that cannot be confined by any institution, that will not be confined by any institution, no matter how many hundreds of millions of dollars will be invested into the institution claiming to confine this social illness. It will continue to grow, and it will not go away. This social illness, a prime example, Monday morning at 3 a.m., a 26-year-old man who worked so hard for arts and culture in this city. He promoted every young artist that came his way. If you came to him and said, look, I have a record, and I have a positive message, will you tell people about my record? He would be the first person on MySpace and Facebook telling everyone, listen to Peace's album. He didn't even know me. If you went to him and said, I have a party, we're going to do a show with kids, it's going to be amazing, it's going to be all positive, anti-violence, the whole nine, he would take your flyers and pass them out and post your image and banners on MySpace and Facebook just out of the sheer goodness of his heart for wanting to promote arts and culture in this city. And after a powerful, positive night of partying before President's Day, he walked home on 26th and Cherry. A car circled the block 2 times before he got ready to walk into his fiance's house where his 6-month-old child was sleeping. And he was shot 7 times. And he died on 26th and Cherry, 3 blocks from where my mother still lives. 3 blocks from where I grew up. 3 blocks from where my grandfather laid the foundation and built the bricks to the house, the apartment building, which houses people still to this day, low-income housing. He died 3 blocks from there. On my way to Gonzaga yesterday, I went and I paid respect. I drove past the memorial, the space where people are leaving offerings and candles. And I sat and I thought, what does a city do when the artists are afraid to speak? When those who hone the culture of a community and a city don't feel safe? Do we lock everyone up? Throw them into jail? Take the 2nd graders that are getting bussed out to Bryant, whose parents may not have the gas to drive them to the bus stop, whose parents may work until 6 o'clock and can't be there to pick their kid up from the bus stop. We create a jail. We tear down institutions which hone diversity and cultural relevance. It's an outrage. I'm speechless.